Hey everybody, clearing. Okay, a little sleepy this morning. I slept in, but I'm being instructed to get into this. So let's do it. I am going to start with a connection spread with you and your person and see what themes are in the energy. So thank you, Divine Creator, for using me as a channel of only the highest, most beneficial information coming through. Okay, so because I saw commitment and this, you can have commitment without monogamy or sacred intimacy. You can be committed for all sorts of reasons, but I'm seeing commitment here having been dialed in. This is the money, the friends, the stuff that doesn't include the sex, let's say. And then we have the Knight of Wands, which is my fully passionate Knight in the inverse. And if you've been around here with me for a while, you know that that is on the way to monogamy. So we've got commitment as base with this very monogamous direction coming in. That's a good omen in this reading today. Okay, we got the Hanged Man, so a pause for epiphanies for union, 11:11 in the inverse. So both are deep in contemplation about what union would look like to them, what romantic, sacred relationship would be like going forward. Remember, these are connections we don't lose ourselves in. These are connections that bring out our highest, our best, our gifts, our talents, that we have win-win with, that we can imagine and access our dream life with. So because fear isn't holding us back, or all of the products of fear aren't in the mix. Okay, thank you, Divine Creator. What is it? We can see feminines on the left, masculines on the right. What are the themes today? That King of Pentacles came out for the feminines in the inverse. That's interesting. Page of Cups in the connection space. King of Cups and Wheel of Fortune wanted to come out for the masculines. So yeah, that King of Cups is the emotionally transparent or available king when he opens up like this. And reciprocity. So this is beautiful. Okay, I'm just looking at this. We've got love, we've got 2 Cups cards and 2 Pentacles cards. So that does talk about emotions coming into the physical. I'm going to clarify these cards and see the angles. Throat chakra stuff. So there are conversations that want to be had here. Pages are love offers. They're sweet. I wanted to say romantic gestures. They are, very innocent kind of things, but there's no resistance in it. Sometimes the Page of Cups can be in la la land, and that can be a form of avoidance, resistance, to feel more comfortable in the fantasy level rather than in the physical. But there's a mutuality to this Page of Cups, and so I do feel like both are going to possibly share what they appreciate about the other, at least in the energetic realms. And going into the future, we have reciprocity. So if we're continuing this theme of appreciating each other in those sweet ways that only true counterparts can see into the soul of the other one, that's going to be coming up in the future, not too far off. But King of Pentacles in the inverse, what can we see for the feminines this way? Temple of elevated senses, impeccability, advancement, and loftiness. So I'm hearing feminines, you're being put through a period of time where your fidelity is being seen for what it is. So you might have opportunities, feminines, to flirt or sleep with other people, or exes or other lovers could be coming out of the woodwork, and you're being tested when no one's looking. And in those moments, feminines, you're being asked to really see what is for you and to stay the course. That can be in other ways as well. In business dealings, this might be you cutting corners or really staying true to who you are. This could be any kind of contracts or agreements that you are facing signing. This is you making sure that you are really honoring, number one, yourself, and knowing that anything you're doing is truly between you and divine higher power. But it does seem like you're going to be given an opportunity to cut corners or stay in the highest frequency. And I'm getting, for most divine feminines, that's going to be a really no-brainer. You're just going to come through it. Some, you might not even know that it's happened. This is kind of you just being you when no one's looking. And for many, I'm hearing, of course, I'm not going to take any temptations. I love my masculine. Okay, so King of Cups and Wheel of Fortune for DMs. This looks like opening up about deep emotional things that have not been shared ever or at this stage. Let's have a look what that is about. Temple of Celestial Revelations, Angelic Assistance, Truth, Salvation, and Majesty. So I'm really getting that DMs, you've got your guides, your angels, the heavenlies around you, and divine timing would concur, because you are being guided about when to share, what to share, and to open up your emotions to the truth of your love for your feminine. And so, yeah, it's coming. The angels and divine timing are all around you. And because this king is in the inverse, you might already be starting to imagine what you'd say. You might be getting glimmers of the themes you'll be talking about. So feminines, yeah, this is going to salvage this relationship in the nick of time, I just heard. So masculines are starting to get that divine intel that they are going to be telling you the truth of their love, feminines. To the depths that you haven't seen it yet. And in some of the darkest times, they're going to tell you how they were actually feeling for you and how you got them through. I'm hearing you saved my life. Whoa. So yeah, this sweet Page of Cups between the counterparts is really this unspoken knowing that there is fidelity and emotional gratitude, appreciation. Going into the Six of Pentacles, into the future, let's have a look. What is this for the feminines, for reciprocity? Okay, power, authority, influence, ambition. So you're looking for a partner who can step on mission, to work with, to at the very least not hinder your ambition, to partner that way, to have an equal give and take. So whether that's direct working together or that it flows so beautifully in your life and doesn't contradict your ambition, your influence in the world, that it's harmonious, that it goes seamlessly with that. So watch feminines where you are trying to partner with somebody who is not on board with the kinds of things that you enjoy, adore, speak about, believe in, because that is a spiritual or energetic mismatch then, and that's not compatible. You don't want to try and convince somebody to align with you. When you're aligning, you should be aligning with others that are also in alignment with what you are about. Okay, and the masculines, light body activator, luminosity, empowerment, and forward motion. So partly here, this light that the feminine is, that has given the masculines permission to be fully themselves in the world, that's going to kick off. And this does speak of ultimate alignment with the true counterparts here, that as the masculines do this glow up, that they do harmoniously fit in and align with the feminine's idea of ambition and influence in the world. So yeah, you will know it's a divine counterpart, I'm hearing, if this person coming into their own naturally fits in with the kind of influence and empowerment you have out into the world. If this person does not offer a natural synergy that way, when they step more into themselves, that's not quite your match, feminines. So these are the indicators of true facts, of compatibility and connection going forward. You can love whoever you want, but that doesn't mean they're going to be aligned with you. And you need someone aligned in order to have the kind of love that you're seeking, or those, you know, following my channel would be seeking, because that's what I'm about. Okay, let's have a look now at, just trying to figure out which cards. I'm gonna shuffle a couple more decks for each counterpart and see if we can deepen the awarenesses that we just had. So thank you, Divine Creator. What can we see for the feminines and the masculines going forward with this equal give and take, the synergy, the alignment, and being on the same page with each other? What are the feminines thinking in these regards with ambition, influence? The masculines glow up. What are the masculines experiencing as it relates to forward motion here and empowerment in their own right? What can we see? I put the cards away. I'm feeling like I need to pull some of them out to have them here, so I might do that again and look at those Starseed Oracle cards. What were they again? So we got, oh yeah, truth and angelic assistance, feminines, impeccability and advancement with ambition and influence in the world, and masculines having a glow up. Okay, so feminines thinking about their counterpart or this relationship, this connection in light of that forward motion ambition. So yeah, we are still getting feminines. There are a few that will be releasing who you thought was your DM at this stage through Capricorn season and venturing off to find somebody more aligned. You can have someone that you think is your twin flame that is meant to bring you out of karmic situations, but that doesn't travel forward with you after that. And sometimes that's what we need. There are instances here where you're going to also, if you are continuing on with your aligned counterpart, your divine counterpart, that you're going to have to make some decisions in your karmic life in order to continue stepping one foot in front of the other feminines towards your highest timeline into the world. This is the Three of Wands, which is that unlimited future. You're going towards progress and making some cuts to continue going there. So if that is leaving karmic situations, you'll notice that as you get over the fear, as you take your power back from those karmic situations, that the world is opening up and that it is likely bringing you closer to the person that you're watching this for. What are the masculines experiencing? Nine of Swords and heartache. So they are really aware of anxiety and heartache. They don't want to bring any kind of third-party situations, heartache, anxiety. They know that you are a very, very sensitive being, and they can't even look you in the eye if they've got healing to do or other things going on. It's like they have to be energetically blemish-free in order to hold their own. But they're seeing how this connection is, even though it hasn't been easy and it's been an eye-opener, that it has been helping them overcome anxiety and sorting out what is appropriate and what leads to heartache and what is on the higher timelines. So yeah, masculines are seeing that you are trustworthy, that your energy is in alignment with their true north, and it's helping them let go of all of these overthinking and guesswork and dead-end roads that they have been down, where they've had their hearts smashed, I just heard. There's that throat chakra stuff, so it feels like they would want to talk to you about this, but they're handling it on their own, and they're still processing this nervousness to come forward to you. So masculines, don't sweat it if you do feel nervous when you think about going forward to your feminine. You will one day get past that, or at least know that the reward will be more than the risk of that nervousness. But feminines, the masculines do get nervous, and that's partly how they know when it's divine timing or not. When they try to speak and nothing comes out, that is a divine gag order, and they are meant to keep processing on their own. So masculines, love yourself enough to know that you won't run out of time with your feminine, and surely there will be a time when it does flow. But this journey is bringing you into true with that, into true love. Okay, what can we see for the feminines looking at their masculine? Wow, Princess of Swords and Ace of Swords. So we got this Queen of Swords making cuts to come closer, but it is for most karmic situations and fear and hindrances, I just heard. So open curiosity about the truth of this connection. So masculines watching, your feminine is into you and leaving karmic situations or circumstances to come forward and write a whole new future history together. They know they want to do this adventure, I just heard, with you. They're open to what that is. Remember, the Ace of Swords is not an answer. It's the beginning of a new paradigm. And so they are curious how their past is a prerequisite for this new paradigm with you, but they also know they can't filter what's going to come through the past, that it's not the same. So I'm very much getting that the feminines have cut ties with their past, and now they are into this uncharted, brave new territory where they're very, very much just here for it with you. I got distracted because I saw the masculines card. We got the Nine of Swords again with the Four of Swords. So on the conscious mind about the connection and about the divine feminine, we have this, anxiety. Masculines are really working on their anxiety, their nervousness, their imbalances. So if you use an electrical analogy, all of those guilty conscience and all the things, masculines, that you've done that were out of alignment, missing the mark, any of that history in there that still needs to be forgiven and released in self, that's causing a lot of the unworthiness that manifests in the nervousness that and anxiety. So you do have to process that healing and really love yourself and know that you're worthy of this love in order to calm that. But I see a definite progression that this relationship has stimulated you to look at these things earnestly, and that the healing is starting to sink in. With the 3 to the 4 of Swords, with this anxiety, you're really understanding that there is an opportunity for you to up level connected to your feminine. So yeah, feminines, just know your masculines going through it right now and learning how to overcome their fear-based thoughts, their habitual patterns of thought that have caused them in the past to fall onto addictions and acting out, and whatever it may be, codependency, I'm even hearing sex addictions, all kinds of mistrust, anything that they've had in there that freaks them out at the prospect of going all in with someone, fear of commitment, it's all coming up right now. I'm hearing it's because they know it's becoming closer to the time when they're going to profess their love for you and really tell you the truth about that. And so this is the kind of okay, I'm seeing 2 magnets, and I'm seeing, okay, bear with me, this is complicated, but it flashed in my eyes. So I'm seeing a magnet of love above water, and there's the masculine coming up, but they've got a lot of other magnetic things on them, and the karma down underneath the water, there's a magnet down there. The magnet of love is pulling the masculine up to it. That's this connection. And there is a magnet that is karmically aligned that is pulling on the masculines, but the things that were karmic in nature are being pulled towards the magnet on the bottom of the water, like the lake or the ocean, and then the masculines are going up towards the light and up for air towards these connections. That's a stronger magnet. And so the almost as strong karmic magnet is only pulling the karmic things from the masculine as they're going up towards the love. And it feels intense for them right now because it's being sifted. They are being sifted right now. Ooh, and it is on their conscious mind. They are receiving the conscious understanding of what is what right now. So feminines, you don't know what it is yet. You might feel this energy a bit ambiguous, or you might just think everything is normal over on your side. And actually that's probably a more healed way of processing what's going on for the masculines, because that's their karma. And you might just feel like this open curiosity or things kind of lightening. And that's why, is because they are. But I would not for a lot encourage you to try and empathize with the pain they're feeling. You don't need to put yourself in that kind of sorrow and confusion, feminines, because you need healthier boundaries. If you're really allowing yourself to be overrun by that stuff, you need to shield, ground, clear, and balance yourself out, because love believes your masculine is strong enough and able to overcome that stuff. Codependency puts you in that neediness that you need to be useful that way for them. So watch where you're at with that, feminines, because you can be your masculine's greatest cheerleader, but you also are not responsible for their karma and their journey, and you want to be believing in them. Okay, so what are the feminines feeling on the heart space? 8 of Pentacles in the Tower. So yeah, this thing about work, feminines know that their influence, ambition going into the world is taking on a major overhaul. And feminines, the 8 of Coins is my card of the specialist that takes things forward to the 10 of Pentacles, which is the legacy. So you are, many of the feminines, if not most of the ones that are watching, have been specializing in certain embodied talents, gifts that are going to be going to the next level. Everything is changing. You are about to valence jump to a new level of abundance, feminines. So wherever you currently find yourself, if you have been unhappy in a place of employment, that's going to all change. And this is self-directed. This is intuitively guided. This is you knowing that you're not going to play small anymore. If you are ready to come out with bigger projects, this is where you buckle down and do the work. So whatever level you're at, feminines, this is the focus right now on the heart space, just knowing that there is this affinity with your masculine, and there are future potentials to be working together and taking it to the next level together. We've been seeing that in the energy for a couple of years now, that the feminines are being put into alignment to work with their masculine on life purpose and bringing these things out into society and helping to change the world. But this is where that internal qualification is really taking root, I'm seeing, on a mass scale. We always have forerunners, and there's a bell curve. Well, actually, it looks like a slow ramp up, and then a legacy for the rest of humanity, permission for the rest of humanity. But this is where, feminines, on your heart of hearts, you're really tapping into your own up level. What are the masculines feeling on their heart space about these connection? Oh my gosh. Queen of Swords, Queen of Swords. So we already saw the feminines making these cuts from their karmic situations to come forward. And the Page of Swords. So masculines want tact and timing. I'm getting that this is the inner masculine, or the inner feminine in the masculines, and then the outer feminine. And so it's like being on the same page. To me, the Queen of Swords is tact, timing, grace in action. It is going with the flow, but precision thinking and really understanding the nuance and subtle ways that we can use tact and timing in flow, that we don't have to resist divine timing. And so, yeah, masculines are really aware of this embodied knowing on the heart space, that even if it seems impossible, that these connections will be on the same page in perfect alignment once they come through this anxiety that they're experiencing with purification at this time. And so they know, they're kind of having this compassion on self right now, that they are going to meet you eye to eye when it's time to do so, feminines. What are the feminines feeling on the heart space for their masculine? Temperance and Queen of Cups. So that's beautiful, because we had, I think, the King of Cups for the masculines earlier. And so the Queen of Cups, this is the psychic intuitive and the Temperance. So feminines are really balancing out on a new level about the romantic prospect, about the emotion, about the love they feel for their masculine. And they only want it to play out when it's in right alignment, when it's 100%. They don't want to rush it. They don't want to convince the masculines. So on the Heart of Hearts, feminines, you're balancing out this unimaginably glorious love that you have. And the more real that becomes, the easier it is just to have room in your heart for it all, you know? When we first get this download of what love could be, it's like a energetic, multidimensional zip file. It feels so huge and it feels so urgent. But if we unpack it and download it in the right timing or at a speed that we can process, then we have room in our heart for extraordinary love. What are the masculines feeling about this on the heart space? Wow, there's the Tower and the Two of Swords. So we already had this internal tower for the feminines really dialing in and buckling down independently for life purpose right now. And the masculines have the Two of Swords, which is an energetic blockage or a red light, turning to the green light here as they do this internal major restructure where they balance out their thoughts and come on to the same page as the feminines, where they see eye to eye and they're grateful for everything that has happened on the journey to bring them up to speed. So masculines are beginning to see this way forward, but they know they have to continue these incredible changes, life-changing decisions and ways of seeing things. They're switching camps from people-pleasing and matrix thinking to really admitting they have always been more aligned with the things and ways that their feminine is expressing. So, you know, a lot of the feminines are spiritually, so divine feminines are the high priestesses, and this is directly saying that the masculines are coming out of the energetic spiritual closet and are really admitting that they love alternative thought and that they have always had a faith that was untapped, and that they have been timid to really align with spiritually realized women in the past, or they didn't know what that was, or they felt put off by it. I'm hearing it's a paradox. It's ironic that they have had the keen intellect and the draw to those things, but not really fully realized the significance. I'm hearing they have been entrusted with the sincerity of it and they didn't want to throw it around willy-nilly, but that they've been cultivating this affinity their whole life long, and that now that the energies on the planet are safe to celebrate a more spiritually realized romantic union, and the feminines, you know, I'll say again, I heard my guides say in 2014 that witch burnings were dead. So as an archetype, you can imagine that there's been this cap on the sacred feminine spirituality and that being able to be expressed in broad daylight, let alone being fully celebrated as equals in romantic relationships and these world-changing, life-changing, game-changer kind of power dynamics where two like-minded people can come out and change the world with this information and wisdom that this love journey has been cultivating in everyone. So yeah, the masculines are starting to see these major internal green lights to really celebrate the kinds of philosophies and wisdom that the feminine offers. A lot of the obstacles have been mundane compared to this sort of time capsule of the energetic and spiritual realization that was brewing under the surface. No matter what the apparent obstacles have been, it has been holding sacred, safe space for the becoming of the love, and therefore the truth and the wisdom and the energetic understanding that the counterparts have all been balancing out. So we are seeing these major crumbling of old paradigms or timelines within, and now I'm feeling it's really being, safe, and the coast is clear for these affiliations to kind of throw off all fear of what others would think and really dial in a shared agreement, assessment, affinity for what they're going to be bringing out into the world together. The gifts and talents combining, I'm seeing that temperance, the alchemical processing that the two are going to do. I just heard the feminines are holding out for when the masculines are free and clear from all of their energetic binding so that they can brainstorm and alchemize and flow with their feminine like this. What is the manifestation the feminines are looking at? Okay, coming out of separation and this leap of faith, new beginning in these higher timeline, ambitious, and power, authority, influence, ambition. So this leap of faith for that, the feminines are wanting to manifest that, masculines. They are on that page. 10 of Wands and reunion. So the masculines are still clearing out the last karmic sorting here for this reunion to be able to come in. They're wishing to get through the heaviness that they're dealing with, karmically speaking, so that they can reunite in this pure way and really, begin a life together. I just heard feminines. What are the actions the feminines are taking? Queen of Wands and Ace of Wands. So they are still empowering feminines. This is the evidence of that internal tower where you really are good on your own and you only want to align with your masculine on purpose here in the highest, that your counterpart has a reserved seat in your life when it is appropriate across the board. So there's a sense of becoming here and preparing for that. And even, emotionally, mentally, and physically balancing out so that you are not in turmoil or pain or imbalance in any way with or without your masculine. You're still absolutely going forward and doing your due diligence to bring in your life work and your inspiration, your full aliveness. But this is still coming into, there are things that each feminine still needs to do to crystallize this essence into the world that doesn't quite yet include the masculine, but your masculine is the only one that could eventually, or in the near future. Timelines are different for all particular alignments. Only your masculine could actually be a fit. And again, I'm going to say, some of you don't have the right masculine in mind because those masculines aren't actually aligned with this stuff. But those of you that know and are beginning to see the revelation, I've been starting to see it in my journey with my person. I've started to see his gifts and talents coming to the forefront and his expression opening up. So I see that coming. I see the affinity and the alignment, but I also know what I need to do still to bring forward the things I'm entrusted with. What are the masculine's actions? Knight of Wands and walking away from things that are emotionally destructive. So this is where masculines, you are taking back your power from karmic flings, relationships that don't have this soul level affinity, things that are emotionally charged, lustful, things that were not meant to go the distance. You're pulling your life force energy back from that and sorting that stuff. We did see this 3 of Swords. So, sometimes we hang on to past karmic relationships that weren't actually good for us masculines because they stroked our ego or were blows to our ego. So cheating, being cheated on, or not feeling good enough for certain feminines that you put on a pedestal, or you're embodying enough wholeness now where you are actually able to walk away from those things and know that it wasn't anything personal, that people treat people how they are able to. They only can love as much as they can love, and that these karmic feminine energies that you were engaged with in the past that hurt you, they weren't able to give love, and it's nothing personal, but you're taking your power back and you're going where the love is. This Knight of Wands knows who their Queen of Wands is, and everybody around here has things to do to clear the corrosion out of the wiring so that the connection can be solid here. What is the biggest challenge for the feminines? Wow, we got the King of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands, so that's that inner commitment. So putting down the fight, feminines, this is the wounded warrior or wounded healer, and because we got the King of Pentacles as the first card out, this was that, you know, being committed in your heart, be loyal to what you love even before it's there kind of energy. This is putting down the hard work required for that. Like, you don't have to wonder if you're going to stay true to your masculine. If you are actually aligned, no matter what temptation or circumstance presented, it just wouldn't appeal to you, and you'll be able to handle it with mastery and no tension, no second guessing, no contest. And that's what I'm seeing here. So that's the challenge, is, you know, trusting yourself. You are now somebody, feminines, who doesn't have to play games or have backup plans or, you know, worry that you can't go all in. You're just good on your own, or somebody aligned with you. And most of you watching are going to know who your masculine is. A lot won't. So don't sweat it, basically. Just stay the course and pay attention to what your heart and soul are actually in favor of, and know is a yes for you, but understand is a yes for you. If it's not a yes, let it all go. This is kind of like a releasing duality, is all I can say. It's like either it's a yes or it just isn't. That's how I'm feeling here. So you're gonna get some experiences, feminines, where things are just gonna be a yes, or they're just simply not. There's no gray area anymore. What can we see for the solution for that? Best friends and the Six of Cups. Just know when timing strikes, you will have reunion with your best friend on all levels. This is it, your connection moving forward in all ways, but you still are going to witness yourself coming in for a landing by, you know, choosing only one landing strip and knowing that your plane is not going to land in any of the other locations. You're just, you know, you're coming in for a landing with your particular masculine, whether you know for sure who they are or not. Your alignment will naturally bring you down the right runway, feminines. Don't second guess that. Just, you know, pilot your plane. What can we see for the masculine's biggest challenge? Three of Wands. Secretly, they don't know which way things are going to go. A lot of the masculines are waiting to see when this anxiety releases, what will be left standing and where they will be standing when that happens, and, you know, how it's all going to play out, because the masculines are very instinctual, and if their body's giving them mixed signals or their body's giving them anxiety, they're going to question if you are meant for them or not. But masculines with karmic partners, that will keep you away from going down certain paths, but ideally you also want to neutralize that karmic temptation so that you're just not feeling it if it's not your feminine. But here, this anxiety is a little bit off-putting, because you might be wondering, is it ever going to balance out? But it will, masculines. In divine timing, it will. What is the solution for this? Yeah, be an hermit. Know thyself, to thine own self be true. So this is that green light card we got a little bit ago for the masculines, and the Tower, knowing that they can go forward. So masculines, yes, You're in Hermit, and only you know when these moment-to-moment green lights hit. And so just, you know, this is a journey of mastery, and it's bringing you into that impeccability also, that acts and pauses in perfect timing and flow. What are the feminine's energies going forward? King of Wands and Prince of Pentacles. So feminines, keep laying this foundation towards your King of Wands, this truly monogamous partnership that you're calling in. Really, really align with that, and stay the course. So you are going to see that as you become committed and gain in confidence, that you are authentically of that caliber and wholeness and flow, you are going to be seeing little ways that this monogamy, fidelity is being revealed to you, what that feels like from your side to receive from a partner. You're going to get waves of a visceral, physical, emotional, mental alignment and knowing of this. As you come closer to union, you're going to be experiencing the reality of that coming in pulses, I'm hearing. What are the masculines going to be feeling? Oh yeah, High Priestess and Victory. So this is, you know, the public awareness of this connection. Masculines, you're going to be feeling this coming in waves towards your High Priestess. So this is taking a little bit of action as you're guided to bring this closer and closer. You are now birthing this together, I just heard, everybody. Beautiful. I'm going to get one sacred geometry card for each. What can we get for the masculines? Joy. The energy of joy activates our feelings of happiness and well-being and supports a high vibrational frequency in our being. So keep going towards your joy and only doing the things that are your idea of fun, masculines. And I want to say, keep releasing karmic situations and past paradigms, behaviors, people that were joy kills. Be honest with yourself that as much as your ego was drawn to certain ways of life, conduct, reputation, machismo, other relationships, if it wasn't actually deeply joyful, it wasn't in alignment. So really differentiate, masculines. That's an inside knowing. Only you can know how bad, like if you're honest with yourself, you know, those connections that have felt magnetic even though they were shitty, get real, masculines. They were magnetic because you needed to learn self-respect. You needed to learn what you were worth. You needed to learn what love actually feels like to give and receive. But that stuff wasn't it. That was a journey of becoming and understanding what it wasn't. But be real. It wasn't joyful. Let anything go that wasn't joyful, masculines. Let that be the final decision factor. And feminines, balance. Yeah, so this is you balancing out that eternal frequency within. Do I have two cards? Oh, there's a surprise card, transparency. It's so funny, the transparency was hidden. So we're going to do both. The frequency of balance supports our ability to find harmony with all aspects of our three-dimensional and multidimensional layers of reality. So you've got to ground these energies into your physical before your masculine shows up, because what you are is what you get a reflection of. So that's why you have to do it in all aspects. And it's most challenging for the feminine to embody these things without the counterpart. But it is possible and probable because you're on a journey of mastery, so keep going. And I heard emotional transparency. This is my self-love 43 card, so it starts with you on this level too, feminines, but you will garner it from your masculine when you include it in yourself. So the energy of transparency supports our expansion towards a higher vibrational state of being with more insight, honesty, and clarity. So this deep internal King of Pentacles that we've been seeing, feminines, this is the inclusion of your impeccability within regarding options, backup plans, choices. It's either yes or it's not. And so this level of integrity and self-honesty is the prerequisite to take your life to the next level and to bring in union with your true counterpart. Awesome stuff, everybody. Okay, many blessings. Bye for now.